Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Ecosystem, where we're still continuing along with the combat update and just letting a lot of species sort of come together. As you can see by the right side here, we've got a fair list of species, but I'm guessing a few of them are probably going to die off, considering there's only like 2 or 3 members of certain species, so we'll just kind of let things play out for a while. I'll also make sure to move time along to 2 times speed, so it doesn't take for quite too long for things to happen. I'm trying to think if there's anything I want to change up or do to adjust our ecosystem or the areas so far. Like, for the most part, it's just completely sort of flat, sandy plains. We are seeing some areas where, like, sea urchins and starfish have taken over. But we also do have some of these more empty, vast regions, too, we haven't done anything with. So I'm kind of thinking about trying to do a few things like that. I'm just not sure what I want to tackle with them. Like, dunes or... maybe dunes. Yeah, let's see about getting... Yeah, let's get some big features into the map a bit. Try to just see what comes along if we do make some areas that are a little bit more shallow than others. Or they have some height to them. Actually, truthfully, as I'm looking... Okay, it is all alphabetical, but there's nothing like mountains or that. Okay, I'm trying to think of... What would give me, like... I mean, I could do valley or trench again. Maybe we'll try strange out and see what this does. That's actually kind of interesting. Almost make these, like, little... Ooh. Oh, I guess while I'm editing the terrain, the game pauses. So yeah, you know what? We're going to make this our strange corner. See what might come of everything we do up here with this kind of setting. And yeah, make it really tall and weird. Okay. So we got all this in the top right corner. I guess that would be northeast. Yeah, I still get east and west mixed up. I know I've gone over it so many times, but I'm still trying to get better with that. Okay. Everything seems to be hanging on there for now. We still have to earn up a lot of points before we'll be able to get the next, like, little bit of evolution. So maybe we'll try and see if there's anything I can place... Ooh, let's unpause that. Anything I can place over here that'll kind of be able to adapt or develop. It's not going down anything to ecosystem health, but we can at least put a few things to try to get some greenery going over here. Let me see. Where else can we try planting a little bit of this? Right there. Right there. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about getting the ecosystem health up. It's more so I just want to see what happens if we can get the, this corner sort of growing and just see, like, if it gets completely coated with, foliage or that, or if there's any adaptations that come out from this weird little spot here. And just try putting a few random things all over the place. And while I'm doing this, this also just lets time go on its own for what species we've got going. So we've got the Nesicata. They're one of our ones that were hanging around pretty good. The Abanaz... Okay, yeah, the Abanaz were one of our big whale species, although I don't know what's going on with the fin there. Do they all got... Yeah, they all got the weird, twisted, broken one there. The Eulaling, that's one that's held around for a while. I can't remember if that was one of our race species or not, because, like, the preset for them, it definitely looks like they are meant to be, almost like a ray. Oh, I think we actually got a couple of things in combat. Yeah. Looks like one of the Balatro is hunting that. It's mostly just bumping into each other, but It's interesting there's actually little health bars to see, like maybe some, if they evolve enough to actually be able to move, they could swim away or flee from that. And are you still going after it? Yeah. Oh, it actually had defense there. Okay, so maybe some of the Yulings are going to start developing, like, thicker scales or something for protection. We've got the Barbana. Yeah, these are like the micro whales, I think. Let me just try to find... Here's one. Yeah, they've actually got a whale head and a kind of a pair of fins. Maybe a bit of a tail forming, too. They seem to like sticking together in little pods like actual whales do, so that's interesting to see. We got the Durabmore. Try to find... Some of them have developed the coloration to blend in with the bottom, but I think there's also a few like this one. Yeah, not very good rates for it. They've got a variety of colors, and I'm pretty sure it'll be more the green ones that blend in that might have better odds of survival, although the vast majority are actually a lot of these blue coloration. Okay, interesting. We've got the Zygalox, which are basically pancakes with a few twists and turns given to them. Some of them do seem to be picking up the swimming habit pretty good, though. They kind of remind me of an ocean sunfish, where it's just a flat body and flat fin top and bottom on them. So it seems to be working here, at least for them, because they do have a decent amount of their species. And the Blotro, we did check one out earlier. I think they're kind of like our mainstay predator for what we've got established already. They are a little bit floppy in that, but they are able to hunt and have been doing pretty good for numbers. The Cataeula, though, I think might be a new one. I'm not sure if we've seen them that much. Oh, I think these are like the splat frogs. Yeah, that's what these little guys are. I think they got added in, or they got spawned in when we added the rays, or seeded the ray species to see if anything would establish. So they're ones that kind of stuck around, and it literally is basically a frog that got splatted on a highway. Tire went right down it, and the legs are just kind of the only parts that didn't get flat. And we got the Tulachids, or Tulaclids? Okay, they're an odd species. So yeah, this should be one of them here. I'm not sure what the advantage of having the body almost like in front and vertical. Like it is a weird body shape because it's like the head comes back and then forms like a Z or a backwards 7, and the rest of the body is actually in front of it. I'm surprised they have as high numbers as they do. Something's working right for them, but I don't know what it would be. Maybe it's the extra bit of fins or that onto the limbs? I'm not sure. The Gomtel, or well, the last member of the Gomtels. Oh, it looks like it's another one of those little micro whales. I mean, he does seem to just be kind of stuck spinning in a circle. But yeah, I don't think you're gonna... I doubt you're going to carry the species along. We'll leave it be, who knows how long it'll take. And then the Eyed Snook is... Oh yeah, you're the really weird one with the spiky... Well, it's basically a pair of spiky balls. There's no other way around it. Just an autosave that happened there, because we do have a fair bit that's starting to come into form for this map, so there's a bit of data to save. But yeah, I'm not sure what the purpose of those little spike balls are to them. I mean, I imagine if they would have predators after them, because they are a forager species, it might help protect a bit against that, but yeah, it is just weird to see those. And then we have, lastly, the Larsku, which look like just looks like a really twisted balloon animal. It seems like a lot of the general spawning is head, body, and an amalgamation or who knows how many limbs or fins or breaks or what for the rest of them. Oh, the Snookchar. Oh, actually, you're a new species that established. You actually... Well, depending on what side you look at them from, they are probably the closest thing I've seen to a fish, or what we have for fish. Like, the two fins on the side, again, there's kind of the weird dangler underneath it, but then almost a tail form, too. Though, truth be told, they don't really seem to have any motor function in their limbs or that. They just kind of seem to be drifting along, so I don't know if they'll stick around. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do while we're waiting for... Oh. Well, there went something big. I think one of the Omines. All we can basically do is just wait around for more points to come in to establish things further. But yeah, I think we lost one of our big whale species. I can't remember what it was called. Duramber? No, it wasn't Durabmore. That's one of the species we see on the right legend there. I know it started with a D, and it was slimming down for the members to it. It actually, oddly enough, it looks like the Omines might be slimming down too, because they only have 5 members left. And it says looking for... Okay, that one's looking for a mate. Looking for mates, looking for mates. Seems like they're trying to find... Well, one's just exploring. But yeah, it looks like a lot of them are trying to find... mates, but they're not having much luck of it. So I don't know if they'll stick around. The one Gomtel is still here, or still sticking around. I don't know if I want to try seeding any more species right now, though, is the thing. It's like, I would like to get another predator species in. Well, maybe I will try that. Because we do have a fair number of everything else. The only predator species I'm pretty sure we have is the Blotro. So let me just try and think of where is a really... Okay, this has 128 to its health. What about over here? Yeah, we're going to seed a few predator species, and we'll just see what comes out of it. Because I have to imagine there's going to be more than enough prey items with what we've got on the... or in existence right now. So they'll take some time to... Oh, lord, it looks like... That's just one Blotro? What, do they, like, reproduce by mitosis or something? Because it looks like another one's basically branching off of it. God, I've never seen them that janked up. Yeah, we'll see what predator species come about. See what establishes itself. I think that's your best way of earning the kind of like life points or evolution points for the game, is getting species to seed and establish onto your little ecosystems. Oh, we got a Galplet? Okay, that's a new one that is a predator, so we'll have to see, again, what sticks around and what doesn't. You know, looks like it spawned a fair few different things here. I was going to say, for a second, you really resembled an eel, except you have no idea how your motor functions seem to work. So yeah, they'll take some time there. I'll probably leave that go, and I have a lot I can play around with over here. So I wonder if I should do... What would be something interesting to get? Maybe I should try for reef. Oh, lord. Okay, maybe I don't... You know what? Yeah, let's have it nice and high, because I don't have any areas I think are this high up. Yeah, so... We'll just zoom this along. There we go. We'll establish this in this corner. And I should try getting something at least planted or started around here. I could probably use the plankton as well. Okay, it says nearby... Okay, so I guess the starfish have an impact for the plankton for being able to establish here. Yeah, I don't think the mushrooms are going to take here because of... it does say 40 ecosystem health, but there's no good adaptability for it. And, okay, the starfish, they're actually rival species. Now let's get a lot of seaweed going up here. And let that start taking. I think I might have to try, like, putting in more currents into the game, too. So I think those help kind of move around all the stuff that you have in your ecosystem, so that way things are able to establish in more barren areas. You know what, we'll stop with that there, let the reef kind of do its own thing. And let me see about that current. Yeah, it's kind of hard to establish a, like, really long flowing current. So I'd kind of like to try to get it going from this green here up to this corner we made all of the hills and that at. So there, we'll try that. That should have a current coming about. Let that go along there. Yeah, it's... Well, there is some plant life from what we seeded, but it's still going a bit slow here. Okay, that should be okay for that. Oh, I do have the points. Not what I was hoping to find, although... Maybe we'll go for the open brain coral. That's something that doesn't really need anything else to get itself going. Yeah, I'll put some of this over here. Okay, there's that all together. Oh, we've got ourselves a new species, the merchild. Oddly enough, that doesn't sound like it's that alien of a name. And looking through, let's see, the Snookcha, they're still kind of holding in. Looks like we got the last Amines just going about here. Looking for mates, but you're not going to have any luck, Luke. You're probably going to be fading off in just a moment or two here. I don't know what age they're able to get to before they kind of, like, expire. I don't know if it'd be, like, 2.0, or they could go longer than that. Oh, actually, we got a lot of species establishing themselves. Okay, so, Ulaling, Bourbana, everything here's the same. I think, yeah, the Merchild is where we started getting a lot of new stuff, and, oh. Yeah, it might be called a Merchild, but that is a face only a mother could love. Definitely a predator species. But there are only 3 of them right now. Although, if they do manage to get their limbs working, they might... Actually, they're... It's weird that they establish themselves in some of these, like, really remote corners of the map, because we're way down in the southwest here, and there's, like, no other animal species around here. Yeah, the Merchild, I don't think are going to survive for long. The Scabasa... Actually, these guys kind of remind me a bit of the Balatro. If the fin coordination could be sorted out a bit better, they could be rivals for these guys, who... Oh, are there still some of these ones that have, like, the... Okay, no, there's not any that are, like, the weird mitosis division ones. I guess that was just a genetic disease that affected that one. But yeah, the Balatro are hanging in here good. Scabasa... If they can figure out movement, they might be a good rival or competition for those. The Eyed Snook we've seen before. Larsku we've known about, and the Brillaroo are a new one. There's supposed to be another predator species. Oh, they look like... Okay, let me find another one that's not in this weird upside-down sort of position, so I can get a good look at them. Yeah, they are a bizarre spawning. It's almost like a frog-fish mix. It's like you've got these two bottom fins that almost look like feet, and then a bunch of other fins that resemble more what you'd expect of a fish. Although, oddly enough, they are one of the species that doesn't look the most weird in the game. Oh, it seems like all they really can do is levitate slowly up towards the surface and then get stuck up there. Okay, but that's going all right. We got more points. I guess we'll go for the green tube sponge. I'm still waiting for us to be able to get, like, a shark species. Or something else predator-wise that we can seed with. Because, yeah, so far, we have not gotten anything extra to that. Everything else is forager species. And maybe I'll just see about trying to stick these around a little bit. Yeah, it seems like they're a little more picky for where you can get good adaptability to them. I'll put that down to get them starting and going. And is there anything else to do? Well, the merchild, I don't know how... Okay, yeah, there's only the one left. It is a child. Nope. Does it... Oh, no, okay, it died. Yeah, the merchilds are probably going to go extinct here. The last Avalanche did pass, so that species went extinct. So we're probably going to lose the Gomtel and the merchild in a little bit. There's only the one of each. I don't think there's anything to save there. I'm surprised we still have a number of miscellaneous species. Oh, and two Snookjas, but yeah, it feels like they didn't get any motor function to their limbs, so they're just going to be one that I can see going. So we'll probably lose 3 species in a little bit. We do have a number of miscellaneous predator species still about, but I don't think they've gotten themselves established quite yet. I have to wait and see, but to be honest, I wonder if I need to put down more plankton if I want a whale species to exist. Because we did get a few species, but they didn't stick around. I don't know if it was because they got, like, too varied from each other, so they couldn't actually mate and keep going. I'm going to put down just a lot of plankton, just to see what goes from that. Yeah, we've gotten quite a few things coming about. Oh, you're 4.16 for age, so yeah, I don't know how long things are able to, like, live for. Seems like they can go on for quite a while. I am wondering if I should just call it... we'll let it go for its natural span. It's not going to be too much longer. It does seem like all it can really do is keep rotating as a little ball. Oh, something's engaged in a fight. Okay, so that's a Balatro. I don't know if it's with, like, a Eulaling here, or... Okay, those two are fighting. That one got that done. This is a forager species, so yeah, you're probably hunting that, aren't you? I'd say hunting lightly, because it's more like slowly trying to figure out the movement until you can basically bounce them into each other. Kind of like living bumper cars might be the best way to put it. There you go. You're figuring your way up to it. Yeah, there we go. And there it is. Oh, actually, we got a new species established. The Eonlid. Again, it's a lot of mesolimbs that I don't think they actually know how to work with, so I don't think that species will go for too much longer. And the miscellaneous species have all thinned themselves out, although I don't remember the... Aruchu fish before. Oh, it's another predator species, although I'm surprised it established where it did. Like, I'm not sure how the legend kind of sorts out for the species here. I thought it would kind of go off of like, the older species would be at the top and the newer ones would come down the bottom. But, yeah, I don't remember the Aruchu fish. Hard to say if it'll stick around for very long, though, because it does only have 4 members. Well, the Tulachlid, or Tulaclid, God, those thinned out super, super quick. There's only the one left of that, too. But yeah, we'll end this episode of Ecosystem right here. We're seeing quite a bit of change and variety when it's come to the species. I might have to seed a few more, forager species just to keep the ecosystem in balance. There's probably some kind of metric where it's like you want to have so many forager species to so many predator species to keep everything alive and healthy, but we'll see next episode what we spawn in. I do think I wanted to try getting another whale species going just because it's nice to see the big things along with all the little things dotting around too. But thank you very much for joining me on this episode of the Ecosystem. If you liked the video, you should give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, share the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video or episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.